Ever wondered what a data engineer actually does? If you have seen the role and felt confused, you are not alone. In this video, I will walk you through a real data engineer's day step by step. So let's get started. Here is what we will cover today. First, we will look at the four main buckets of a data engineer's daily work. Then I will walk you through a data engineer's day step by step. After that, we will talk about what actually takes most of the time. And finally, I will help you decide if this role is right for you. Before we walk through a full data engineer's day, let's zoom out for a moment. Most of the data engineer's work can be grouped into four main buckets. The first bucket is understanding requirements and data problems. This means talking to various teams, understanding what data is needed, and figuring out what problem actually they are trying to solve. The second bucket is building and updating data pipelines. This is the core data engineering work. That is, moving the data from different sources, transforming it, and making sure the data flows reliably. The third bucket is debugging and fixing broken data. Pipelines don't always run perfectly. So the big part of the job is finding issues, understanding what went wrong, and fixing them. And the fourth bucket is improving existing systems. This includes like making pipelines faster, more reliable, or easier to maintain them over time. Every data engineer's day is a mix of these four buckets. The balance changes from day to day, but almost everything you do falls into these buckets. Now let me walk you through what a typical day of a data engineer looks like. This won't be exactly the same at every company, but the patterns are very similar. So come with me, let's take a peek into a data engineer's day. Meet John. He is a data engineer working at a tech company. Like most data engineers, his work happens mostly behind the scenes. But it plays a huge role in keeping the data reliable for everyone else. It's around 9 a.m. and John starts his day by logging in. The first thing he checks is his emails and calendar to see if there are any urgent updates, incidents, or meetings planned. Next, he looks at the pipeline status. He wants to know, did all the pipelines run successfully? Did anything fail, got delayed, or produced incorrect data? This part of the day isn't about building new features yet. It's about making sure existing data systems are healthy and stable. For many data engineers, mornings often involve debugging and fixing issues. So the downstream teams don't start their day with the broken data. By around 10:30, John usually joins his stand-up call. This is a short team call where everyone shares what they are working on and align on the priorities for the day. After that, John often talks to data consumers like data analysts, analytics engineers, or data scientists. These conversations are less about tools and more about understanding the data requirements. Questions like what data is needed, what's currently broken, missing, or confusing. John takes down the notes and turns these conversations into concrete tasks for the day. Around 12:30, John steps away for lunch. It's usually a short break, just enough to reset before getting back to work. After lunch, John gets into his core work. This is where most hands-on data engineering work happens. He works on building or updating production data pipelines. He also writes transformations, improve the data model, and tests the data pipelines and workflows. A big focus here is reliability, that making sure data flows correctly from source to destination. He also spent time fixing data problems and make small improvements in the pipelines so that they run faster and break less. This is where John spends most of his focused time during the day. As the day comes to an end, John starts wrapping things up. He documents what he worked on today and plans what needs to be done next. Also, he updates ticket status. Next, he does a final sync with teammates so nothing is blocked overnight. And that brings us to the end of a typical day in a life of a data engineer. Now, here is the reality check. What actually takes up most of the time? Many people think data engineers spend most of their time building new pipelines. In reality, that's only the part of the job. A lot of time goes into debugging and fixing data issues. Pipelines fail, data arrives late, or numbers don't add up. And those issues needs to be investigated and fixed. Another big chunk of time is spent understanding data and business logic. Before you build anything, you need to understand what data represent and how it actually used by the business. There's also another ongoing work that is building and maintaining data pipelines. This includes adding new pipelines, updating existing one, and making sure everything keeps running smoothly over time. And finally, coordination and communication. Working with other teams, reviewing changes, and adapting to new requirements is the part of a daily work. So, data engineering is less about writing new code every day and more about making sure data stays reliable, accurate, and usable over the long term. Now that you have seen what a data engineer actually does day to day, let's talk about an important question. Is this role actually right for you? First, this role is great fit if you enjoy understanding how data flows end to end. If you like seeing how data starts from raw sources, moves through pipelines, and finally shows up in reports or dashboards, you will enjoy data engineering. Second, you need to be okay spending time in fixing things when they break. Because pipelines fail, data arrive late, numbers don't match, and a big part of the job is finding the root cause and fixing it. Third, if you enjoy taking messy, raw data and turning it into something reliable and usable, that's a strong signal this role might suit you. On the other hand, data engineering often happens behind the scenes. If you are comfortable not always being in the spotlight, but knowing your work enables everyone else, this role can be very rewarding. The job also involves a mix of routine work and problem solving. Some days are about building new things, other days are about maintaining existing systems, and being okay with that balance is important. Finally, data engineering is a role where learning never really stops because tools, systems, and architectures keeps evolving. So curiosity and a willingness to keep learning really matters. If most of these points resonated with you, then data engineering could be a very good fit. It's not about knowing everything upfront, it's about enjoying the process of building reliable data systems over time. That's all about Inside a Data Engineer's Day. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.